Well, that didn't work. Guys, today in this video we are finally going to solve the mystery that is which of these is the world's best mini cheap basher in the world ever. This is the HBX Ravage, also known as the HBX 16889A Pro, and this is the MJX Hypergo, and I can't remember the numbers, so I'm going to put them on the screen. Now we're going to do this slightly different to my normal comparison. We usually get my scoreboard when we rate them against each other on price, looks, speed, performance, quality, spares and value for money. We then total up all the scores, winner takes all. Still going to use this on this test, but going to make it a little bit more fun across the top. Now, we're not going to bother with looks. We'll definitely do price. We'll definitely do speed. Performance, we're going to switch out for something else. Quality, we're going to switch out for something else. Spares, we're going to switch out for something else. And then we'll keep value for money at the end. Oh, what a written armour there. I'll tell you in a minute. So price, speed, we're going to have just here, we're going to have long jump. Long jump. And then here we are going to have back flips or back flip. This one is going to be fun, fun, fun. Oh, look, the joys of being left-handed. I'm literally making this up as we go along. So how about, I'll tell you what, let's go a little bit serious. Control. So why have I written armour at the bottom? If you're familiar with Top Gear or Grand Tour, either of them ones that the trio were in, Jeremy, Richard and James, when they did their Top Gear challenges and they all chose themselves their vehicle, when they were doing the challenge, in the background would be another car or truck or whatever, and that would be the reserve one. And quite often it'd be something a little bit plain, a little bit simple that didn't really fit into the challenge. Now I don't want that to sound like this is a load of rubbish, because it absolutely isn't. It's actually a really good mini basher. It just doesn't quite fit in with these two because of, well, a few things. It's brushed, these are brushless, it's a fair bit more expensive than these. It's actually a little bit smaller as well. So this video is a test between these two to establish which is the best of the best. And the little Grom can sit on the sidelines, and if any of these fail these challenges or break, the Armour Grom will step in and take over. So we're going to start with price. The way I'm doing this is for every pound, so a pound in the UK is about $1.20, because I purchased both of these from AliExpress and I paid for it in Great British pounds. Both cost me less than £100, so for every whole pound under that 100, they get 1 point. Okay, I listened to your feedback on the last video. We're doing highest score wins. Lowest score seems to confuse people. So the MJX cost me, delivered to my door, £81.59, and I make that 18 whole pounds under 100. The HBX cost me £76.78, which is £23 less than 100. Now I'm not going to score the armour all the way along unless I need to, because I'm not running it in the background. I'm running these two and it's purely there just in case we have an issue with either of these. But if I was to score the armour in the UK, that would have been minus 29, because that is £129 in the UK. Long jump. So it's a pretty simple one. There's the ramp. That post is 1 metre, and then we got a metre measured out with them cones. Because the HBX is leading, it's going to go first, and it's a point for every metre. So if it lands at 3.4, you get 3.4 points. See how this works. I was going to give them just 3 tries, but it's down to me to actually hit this ramp. Come on. Oh. Hit the ramp, hit the ramp, hit the ramp. This is not going to be as easy as I thought. And I think I need to move them cones out. Oh yeah, yeah, that'll do. It's on its wheels. And that was smack bang in between them two, so I don't need to get my tape measure out. So that's 3 metres, so It was 4.5. Full throttle. Oh, right on. I mean, smack bang there. Maybe a bonus point if I can flat land them. That was bang on 6 meters. Oh, that was over 6. I make that 6.4. 6.4, right, one more jump for this. That's got the bonus point at the moment for that landing. That was a good landing. Oh, oh no. Right, anyway, 6.4, right. MJX, 6.4 to beat. I think this has got a little bit more punch. Seems to go a little straighter. Oh, straight away. It's probably about the same. Yeah, maybe a tiny bit more. We'll give that a 6.5. That was just a little bit further than the divot that the HBX made. This is going to win, isn't it? But it's how far is it going to go? Definitely easier to drive straight. Oh, hello. What's happened there? It's gone into like a tuned model. Oh, smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. That was there. That is probably another metre on that. It's done it again. It's just over a metre. That's a 7.1. Not bad. About the same. 7.1. So HBX a 6.4. Now, I was going to give it a bonus point for landing the best, but whilst I was getting the onboard shots, it landed on its roof. Well, it kind of landed down like that into the grass and snapped the body post. Now, I've never had that happen before. So going by the rules, the Grom maybe should have taken over, but it wasn't actually a crazy failure, and it could have continued on with the test. It just would have had the body flapping about. Luckily for me, I had a spare, so just a quick replacement. And a 7.1 for the MJX. That was a nice jump. Speed. So how are we doing this one? Well, for every mile an hour faster than the Grom, they get 1 point. Now, I have already done a review and speed run on this, and I managed to squeeze 20 mile an hour out of it, so it might be a little bit warmer today. There's a couple of deer down there. You probably won't be able to see them, but this is going to scare them as soon as it gets down there. Oh, I lost signal. Strange. Have they seen me yet? No idea. Sorry, I couldn't resist. There they go, look. Off you go. I don't remember the signal being that bad on this thing. This is my original one. I fixed the diff on it finally. I got a diff from Armour. It took ages to get it. Almost 2 weeks. Right then. 21. Oh, I got a mile an hour more than I did last time. 21 mile an hour. Less points for you two. There is a nice tail. Oh, I know why I got 21 mile an hour. There's about a 15 to 20 mile an hour tailwind. Well, gusts of up to probably more than that. So, yeah, that's why. Probably hear it now. More than 20 mile an hour tailwind there. Although, doesn't really matter because they've all got the same advantage. Signal's way better on this. Can get all the way to the bottom. Doesn't look much faster. It's brushless as well, this. Grom's brushed. Sounds a bit noisier than I remember. Maybe meshed up a bit tight. How many points do you get? Oh, 3 points. 24. Not great, but still ample for something that size, but that's only 3 points. I think we might have a winner over there. Right then. This one sounds a bit geary as well. Maybe the mesh isn't great on this. So this does have an advantage that it will run 3-cell. I'm not going to run it 3-cell today because, well, I want to make it a bit fair. I might give it a bonus point though. How about that? This does sound very, like, tight on the old gears. Well, at least they both are. Right. Oh, 25. Oh. So 3 points for the HBX. And then 4 plus a bonus point because it can run 3-cell, but we didn't run it 3-cell today. 5 points. MJX slowly pulling it back, I think. Just going to interrupt this video. I'm not going to try and sell you a piece of land in Scotland or some nice sharp Swiss knives or some ball shavers. I don't do sponsored ads. However, what I do is prize competitions, and you could win all of this. A brand new HBX, a brand new MJX, and a brand new Armour Grom. So the 3 that I've shown you in this video. And recently I did a 2-wheel drive monster truck shootout with the HPI jump shot, the Stampede 2-wheel drive, and the Armour Gorgon. And you could win these 3 trucks that featured in that video. Link in the description to the prize competition. Carry on. So next was backflip or backflips. So took them to the skate park. Because the MJX won the speed contest, I thought it might as well go first for backflips. Absolutely no issues at all with this thing. Rotates really well, easy backflips, controllable backflips. Couple of times, very close to maybe pulling off a double, but couldn't quite do it. So they're going to be marked out of 5, and I'm going to give the MJX full marks. It is very easy to rotate and land. Well, when it lands on all 4, it does quite often flip onto its roof, but very good. HBX on the other hand, it took me a few attempts to get it to rotate, and you need a little bit more speed, you need a little bit more height, and you just need to allow it to rotate on its own. MJX, you can use the throttle to flip it. The HBX, you kind of need more speed, more height just to get it to rotate. So it will do a backflip, but it's not that easy. I'm going to give it a 3.5. 3.5. So next category is, it's a bit of a crap one, fun. So full pack through both at the skate park. And they're both good fun. They could do a little bit of suspension tuning because when they land, they quite often when they land, they bounce and roll over. But both really good fun, plenty of speed for the skate park. You can get some good height on them. Like I've shown you, they both do backflip, and I did manage a couple of front flips with them. So both lots of fun. Now we're going to score this out of 5 as well, but this probably needs to lose a few points because the fun always ends when you break something. I tell you what, the poor HBX is not having a good day today. Oh. Oh, nailed that one. And another one. Maybe it just needed a little bit of elevation. Oh, that didn't sound good. Yeah, that wheel's done. You are done. So it was safe from the Grom because I managed to fix it. However, after a few jumps, it did fall off again. Uh-oh, oh, there it goes. Ooh, metal hex. And the pin. And the nut. I had just finished the run, so we didn't have to get the Grom out. The hex is broken inside. And we got the wheel back on, and I got the wheel back on, so I could have driven it back to the car. But it's definitely losing some fun points for ruining the fun. So I'm not going to give the MJX full fun points because when you get like a half decent land and it just rolls over. So we're going to give it 4. And I think the HBX has got to have a 3 for that because not just the wheel, but it did obviously break the body post as well. Which is strange because this is my OG Ravage. It's exactly the same. And I've not had any issues with anything on this. Nothing's broke on it at all. I'm wondering if they've changed the plastics on the wheels. It looks a little bit darker and shinier. And I know this is a bit old, but I have just cleaned it off and brushed it off. Don't know if you can see on camera, but definitely they look a darker and shinier plastic. And actually that orange rim looks slightly different as well, looks a bit thinner. I reckon they might have changed the plastics, you know. And that would explain a failure, because it's not that cold outside today. It's about 11 degrees C, so we can't blame the weather. Anyway, we can do control now as well. MJX, do I give it a full 5 out of 5? I'm going to give it 4.5. It was very close to 5. It's very controllable. It's the one that drove the straightest. It's the one I could hit the ramp on the long jump the easiest. So 4.5, 3.5 for... No, actually 3. I think a 3 out of 5. It was a bit squirrely trying to hit the ramp on the long jump, and it's not really got enough wheel speed for crazy control. I feel like I'm being a little bit harsh on the HBX, but it just didn't fill me with the joy and the confidence that it used to. Anyway, final thing, value for money. I think they both still offer decent value for money. Both come ready to run with batteries. Comes with a wheelie bar and tools and charger. Same with this one, wheelie bar, tools, charger. Both have relatively good transmitters. That's got more features than this, but see, this one feels a little bit nicer. So I think they both offer decent value for money. Difference is, obviously, the MJX performs a little bit better. It's got separate electronics. You can run it 3S. So it's a little bit more expensive, but I think between the two, I think the MJX offers a little bit better value than the HBX. Both still very good, cheap mini bashers. That one's let me down a little bit today, but I think it's still a decent buy for the money. So I suppose we better go and add the scores up. Value for money out of 5. I think it's a solid 5 for the MJX, really. It's great value for money, and the HBX, just give it a 4, feeling generous. Oh, I might have to get my calculator out for these ones. So that is 45.9 for the HBX. And that's a 48.6 for the MJX. Even if the MJX had scored lower, I'd have said it's probably the best buy. This was just a bit of fun. So definitely at the moment, MJX is the best buy. Shall we see what the Armour would have scored? I need to make some of these up. I didn't drive it at the skate park, but I did do a long jump. I think he got 3.5. I'll give it 3.5 anyway. It was really hard to line up with the ramp though. Very squirrely. Speed, it'd get 0 because it was anything over the speed of that. Backflip, the HBX was difficult to backflip, so I didn't do the same test. I might have got a backflip on the review. Let's have a look. So it doesn't look like it can backflip. They're good fun. They're good fun. I'm going to actually give it. I'm going to give it a 3, same as the HBX. It is good fun. Control, let's give it a 3 as well. And then value for money, well, quite a bit more expensive than the two. This is value for money compared to them, so it's got to have a lower score. We'll go for 3 again. So we could probably do this. So that's 9.
Take 9 off that, so that's -20, and then I'll make that -16.5.
And that is why I didn't do it in this test, because it's not comparable to them two. That's it for this video, guys. There is links to both of these in the description. Remember, there's also a link in the description where you could win a brand new one of these, a brand new one of these, a brand new one of these, and then the 3 2-wheel drive monster trucks that I've recently done a shootout on. It's not a high jump competition. Might have won if it was. Oh, nice. Oh. Full throttle.